Hello, Miss Emily Gambler of the Vermont State Housing Authority. I'm sorry about the terrible lighting in here. My name is Jordan, and I am being bullied by groundworks. They are upset because of quite a few reasons. They got caught screwing some things up, and I was going to look the other way and let them slide and try to focus on them as individuals and maintain a professional relationship, but they decided that they want to keep playing games and they want to bully me. One of their employees allowed my disability claim to lapse, and she did this to several other people too. And then they tried to tell me, oh, they found them all behind her desk after they fired her. But she told me that she was going to keep an eye out for it in the mail. And it was specifically the front desk that handed me my lapse disability notice. So she did not look for the mail from them. They tried to cover for her. She tried to cover for them. They purposely did that. And I want you to know that now I'm not getting the paperwork that the housing authority sends me on time. I just got my notice to renew today, and I was waiting for mail last week, so I know I checked my mail last week for sure. And I just want you to know that I went to the online thing. I did set up my online account, but when I went into the forms and everything like that, there was nothing in there. There was no way for me to do the forms online or submit the forms online. So, yeah, I am going to be emailing you, and I'm going to send you this video so that you can watch as my story unfolds. Hopefully, by the end of today, I will have my full testimony of how Groundworks has treated me since I've been here. And not just Groundworks, there are other state entities that have, you know, just violated the Constitution and my rights. For example, when I got back here, I called the domestic abuse hotline, and they told me that they wouldn't even hear my story because men can't be victims of domestic abuse. And then when I reported that to Groundworks, they did nothing about it. Like, I told them that I wanted representation, that I needed help finding lawyers, that I was in a situation. They never let me explain my situation. They never gave me adequate time to explain my situation. They did not, as mandated reporters, report the abuses that I told them were happening to me. Not only from before I moved up here, the whole reason I moved home to Vermont, but also like with the other stuff, like the domestic abuse hotline telling me that men can't be victims of domestic abuse. Like, they did no investigation, no research, wouldn't help me get a lawyer. Like, it's not hard. All you have to do is have other guys call in and see what they say to them. You know what I mean? But the point is Groundworks, I guess because they're a federally funded 501c3, they didn't want to shake the tree. They didn't want to help me at all. And instead of being honest so I could go find people that are worth a damn, that will actually help me, they just kept playing the game. And, now it's resorted to me completely firing them in the ACT team. I can't get help from HCRS because the girl that fumbled my disability is now working for HCRS. And they're all so petty that they actually had her come knock on my door to tell me that she would be offering a drug treatment program here at Great River Terrace, which is not on our calendar this month because apparently nobody went to it. Um, Even though that's not happening, that's one of the ways that they tried to psychologically mess with me by purposely bringing her back over here. And then to let me know that I can't go to HCRS, to let me know that she's in the in club and I'm in the out club. And then also I was at Foodworks and some people behind me in line jumped in and just started grabbing stuff like heathens. And I told the manager there, I was like, dude, like, you can't just let people behave like that. Like, I waited 2.5 hours to get my first pick. It's the first time I've been here in 2 months. It's not like I do this all the time. And, I expect people to respect me. And, you got to control your organization, and you can actually go look at my Google review. I'm sure it's probably still there somewhere. And because I posted that Google review, they had him leave FoodWorks, come to work for Groundworks, and now they put him working in our community building here. So isn't it funny that everybody that might have beef with me or might have a problem with me suddenly shows up here on my property to work? Does that like are we starting to add up too many coincidences here for it to be coincidences anymore? Because I got a lot more than that. Just you wait. And some of them are actually part of my medical record. So this is the deal. I am looking for disability rights attorneys. I'm trying to take action against this bullying. And, I'm sorry I didn't get the paperwork on time. I don't know if maybe it got sent to them and then they did a return to sender and had it sent to my mailbox. I don't know exactly why it didn't show up here until like I said, I checked last Friday. I checked my mail like not long ago and it wasn't here. And then I get it today and it says I only have 2 days to turn it in, but then when I go online, there's nothing to, print off or turn in or do. So I am going to send you a formal email, link it to this video so you can watch as everything unfolds. But you need to know about this because you're the people that hold them responsible. And I'm also going to be reporting all this to the ombudsman. And, it's really disappointing when you're a victim of bullying and abuse and you come home to your home state that you grew up in. My family used to own Magic Mountain. We paid a lot of taxes here. And my grandfather's owned 6 ski resorts across the United States. So we paid a lot of federal taxes that have been used here. And it's not right for me to be treated like this because people are trying to cover their own butts. I was going to look the other way and move on with my life. But when they decided to keep hammering on me because they think that they're the bosses and everything they say goes and you can't fight them because they're the Groundworks cartel, it's not right. It's not right. I know it's not right. There's a lot of other homeless people around here waiting to share their voices on my channel. So I want you to watch. I want you to subscribe. I'm done being bullied. I have nothing. Well, you'll see. Just read the channel.